Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is GQ, and I'm with Boulevard, and we are live on the bench. And today we're gonna have our special ASMR episode here on the bench. Ladies and gentlemen, football is officially back. We are excited for it, and again, I want to say before we get started, I want to say thank you all for being loyal subscribers and listeners. Um, we haven't been putting out content in a while, mainly because I've been very, very sick and I have not been able to use this wonderful and melodic voice that you guys are used to. And Boulevard has been very patient and been very supportive while I've been sick. The whole team here at Live from the Bench and at Airtage Holdings have been very supportive, and now we're back. We're back like we never left, and we're back just in time for week one. We're gonna put out our week one. Today we're going to discuss what is it? The
Predictions or
I think we're gonna do week one. The week one. We're gonna do week one. Let's do our week one predictions.
Let's do week one.
Because we know what games are coming up. So
Come on, yeah. Week one.
So-
We've been waiting for this since February.
too long. It's right after the
Yeah,
Super
like-
Bowl ended. We was ready for it.
I know we had the USFL, we had the XFL, we probably had Arena League, we had whatever league Jared Lorenzen played in. But real football is
Real
back.
football. It's so crazy because we have all these other leagues. It's nice, it's a nice little. It's like when you're hungry, but you can't go eat, so
Mhm.
you have like a Tic Tac or like a
It's
Sour
fruit cup.
Patch or something. It's
a
not
fruit
do.
cup.
It's not doing anything for you, but it's doing something.
Mhm.
But it's just not the real thing. So you're just like really waiting for dinner, but you're eating that thing that's not really gonna do anything. It's like a placebo. That's what the spring leagues were. There's a placebo.
USFL is a Fiber One bar.
Because I was watching I was basically skipping channels the other day when I was at the in-laws. And man, you can tell that I was watching the Toronto Argonauts and the Tiger Cats, and I'm like, God, what is
Hamilton
this?
Tiger Cats.
Yeah, Hamilton Tiger Cats. And I was really like, in my mind, I was like, oh my God, I miss the NFL.
Man, there was a time when I loved the CFL. When I used to be able to name every team in the CFL. I used to go to CFL Stallions games, the Baltimore Stallions. I went to at least 2 games from the Stallions. And like, no people act like that didn't even happen. They won the Grey Cup. Like, that's not even, I know what their championship's called. They got 3 downs to get 15 yards. They got something called a rouge. CFL is weird, man. It ain't what we normally call football. But it's still something. It still kind of feeds that itch.
Yeah, and that was something I was thinking about, and when I was watching the game, because it just I can't get it out of my head because the thought is always there. Especially being one of those, like me, I was a slot receiver at a point in my career, so like I was always like, I'm gonna get hit and I go across the middle, and it's like let's say it's like 3rd and 5, and you're gonna run that slant route as a slot receiver. And that field goal is right there. The post is right there, smack dab in the middle of the field. And I could never play in the CFL because I know I'd be the one to hit that thing every single time.
Wouldn't be the first one.
And it's just like, nope. Anyway, Boulevard, how are you doing?
I am most excellent to the max. Shaka bra.
Shaka bra. Shaka bra.
Shaka bra.
Yeah. I'm doing well. My voice is semi back. I'm just trying to hydrate. And yeah, we can just go from there. So let's get right into it. Football.
Yes. Pigskin, tackling. Like I said, getting smashed going over the middle, which don't happen as much no more. But it's still football. I missed you. I missed bad passes. I missed bad play calling by the referees. Bad spots. Bad announcing. Chris Collinsworth. Fuck it, I missed Chris Collinsworth. Like, that's how bad it is.
I know who you don't miss. I bet you don't miss Colin Cowherd or Joe
Oh
Buck.
man, no. Joe Buck don't
Or,
even exist to me. Like, but Colin
mm,
Cowherd, he'll just say whatever. Just see somebody will say something. He's a fool though. He's a fool. I doubt he's even played or any organized football in his life, or really any organized sport that wasn't tennis in his life. He may have run cross country. The point is, he doesn't know anything about what he's talking about,
mm.
and I can't listen to that man. He's so ludicrous with his statements. He's one of the people that put Brady up on that pedestal like he's God. He's not God. He was just some dude who played forever. So his stats got a little inflated. Kind of like Jerry Rice, except Jerry Rice actually did something.
And what's crazy to me is because it was something I thought maybe we could have talked about, but maybe not. Shannon Sharp chose to put his podcast on Colin Cowherd's The Volume, his show The Volume. I thought that Shannon Sharp made a bad decision with that because I wouldn't align myself with somebody that doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. You can't put me on your stuff.
Well, the Ringers was owned by just some random dude from ESPN at one point. Yeah. So I mean, as long as they paying.
Yeah, that's true. That's
I'd
true.
sign for Cowherd, but I would not sit in the same studio and do a show with him. Because I mean, at some point, I'd have to call him out on it. You see, all of his co-hosts, they never call him out on it, so he's free to say whatever stupid nonsense he can.
Yeah,
and he doesn't offend anybody.
That's
like this.
That's the same with me. I feel like I can't sit there and be on a show with somebody and just listen to you say stupid shit that don't make sense. Unless you're
why you got
purposely
sick?
doing. No,
Boulevard's mouth and his dumbass statements.
No, because see, there's a big difference between Colin Cowherd and Boulevard. See, when Boulevard says something stupid or something that I don't agree with, it's probably because Boulevard is a sports comedian. Like he says stuff and it's funny. Like Boulevard can come out here and tell you that Dak Prescott is an elite level quarterback. He's doing it to make you laugh. He wants to get a reaction out of you.
Yeah, I could also tell you he's actually secretly a stripper named Dakota.
Yeah, and then but Colin Cowherd will say it, and actually he believes it wholeheartedly. He believes that Dak Prescott might be the best quarterback in the NFL, and he'll say that, and he'll mean it 100%. So
and that's why I can't be in a room with him. He says some nonsense like that, I'd be jumping out of my chair and throwing my chair at him.
And that is the difference between Boulevard and Colin Cowherd. I will sit here and listen to Boulevard say things like that because I know deep down he does not believe it. It's hilarious.
Cowherd's trash. Yeah, I believe that. He's a trash.
Well, I believe it too. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with it. And the thing is, like, even when Colin Cowherd may say something that aligns with my opinion or views, I still call bullshit on it. And when there was a point where I almost second guessed how good the Eagles were when Colin Cowherd was talking about how good the Eagles were.
Yeah.
And when he was talking about it earlier last season, he was talking about how great the Eagles were. In my mind, I know the Eagles are great. I know they're a dominant team. But when he was saying it, I was just like, I think the Eagles are going to be trash this year. I remember saying this to myself. I'm like, the Eagles are going to be trash this year. Because he said that shit.
It can't be true.
So
if it came out Cowherd's mouth, it can't be true.
There are quite a few people that I would never sit across from at a desk on a TV show, and a few of them are, and it's crazy because I will do his impression. I can't sit in front of Stephen A. Smith. I couldn't.
I think I can handle Stephen A. Smith. I don't think I can sit in a room with. Damn, I just had the boy in my head too. I can't remember. Anyway, continue.
I can't sit in front of Skip Bayless either. Skip Bayless is the person I'll put my hands on. I'll put my hands on Skip Bayless. Because
he's like 76 years old. You can't touch him. He's a
I'll put my hands on him. Like he's the type, like, and that's why I always used to say that Shannon Sharp is a better man than me. But Shannon Sharp already knows he's a better man than me. Like he's way more composed than I am. Because after when Skip Bayless said what he said on the show after the Damar Hamlin situation, Woo! I would have jumped off that. They would have had to cut the show. They would have had to go, we're experiencing technical difficulties, because I would have slapped him. That,
yeah, but
we
that would
all
fuck your
know.
whole futures up.
It would have, but it's just like, I know the type of person I am, and knowing that I probably wouldn't have, or I would have called them all types of dickheads and assholes on air. So it's just me knowing the type of person I am. There's certain people you don't put me in front of. Now here's
Mike
a difference.
Greenberg, that's who I was thinking of. Mike Greenberg.
I don't know who that is, so I'll go ahead and agree with you, because
Mike and Mike.
Wait, is that the one from Mike and Mike?
Yeah.
That was okay, yeah. I agree with you there. Yeah. He reminds me of Colin Cowherd.
Basically, yeah, they're the same person in my eyes. They'll both say whatever the fuck ridiculousness, but they have no experience whatsoever in what they're talking about. No real acquired knowledge of what they're speaking on. Just what they've read or what they've overheard. They don't actually know these things.
And another show I would never go on, Good Morning Football. Absolutely not.
Oh my God, yeah. I hate that show.
I cannot stand. And the thing is, there was they usually have a former player that played in the league, and then they have the one guy who actually played football but didn't play it on this level. He played in college, didn't play in this level. But here's the thing: how do you get a show, and just full of people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about? And then you got
Jonah Hill motherfucker on there. Wait, I can say motherfucker. Jonah Hill looking motherfucker, like the fucking soap opera dude. Like, they ain't got no credibility. Even if they got a former player, he losing credibility by proxy, by association. He got less respect. It's like, you hanging out with these clowns while they're playing Guess the Jersey and shit like that. Like, man, come on. You don't go get your ass on an actual show.
It's just way too much. They're not talking about football. They're just they're just trying to get clicks.
That's pop culture. That's a pop culture show.
Yes.
I have no parts of that. Even if the chick on there is kind of cute, they ain't enough to make me watch any damn thing.
Listen, when Kay Adams,
if I gave a damn about what the person looked like to make me watch a show, I probably would have liked Charm. So
when Kay Adams and Nate Burleson left, the show went to whoop, because Nate Burleson, I love Nate Burleson. I loved him as a player, and I love him on when he's talking about the game. Kay Adams, I don't know. There's just something about Kay Adams. I just like Kay Adams.
Didn't he move on after Good Morning America or something?
Yeah, he's doing it big now, and he's on Amazon too.
Good shit.
Let's hope Amazon gets better games this year.
I mean, I don't blame him getting off this show as soon as he could. I don't see how it's even still running. Like, just give me an NFL show. Just give me 3 coaches just talking about football, or just 3 sports journalists, real sports journalists that actually get down there in the locker rooms on the field, actually talking to players.
You know what would be a great show? Get Ray Lewis, Brian Dawkins, and
I'm already there.
Just give me those 2 and let them talk about the game.
You need an offensive dude. You need somebody from offense. So you need someone. Hell, you could just give me Dilfer, Lewis, and Reed, and I'd be happy. Just give me the 2000 Ravens on there. The ghost of Tony Siragusa.
Wow.
I'd watch that over Good Morning Football. Like, you could literally pick any 3 players in the league for the most part. And I'd watch them talk football before I'd watch Good Morning Football.
That is actually something that is actually a great idea. You go on the NFL Network and and like when the off season, when there's no football going, give me 3 active players and do a show.
Yeah.
Do a show with 3 active players and let them. Oh my God, it was right there and there.
Like, where are they? LA? You got a few teams nearby in that state that you could probably just get people to take a little 2-hour trip into LA, do the show, and go back home. And you could do that with different players. Like, you could just rotate people. Like, you got a show. That's a show. That's better than Good Morning Football. They're not playing stupid index card games and whiteboard games and crap like that. Who the hell wants to watch that first thing in the morning? If I'm turning on NFL Network in the morning, I'm looking for football.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for Jonah Hill or some soap opera dude. I don't care about them. They can go walk off a cliff. They can go walk into a cliff. I don't care what they do. Just I don't want to see them. Just go away. Go that
it's
way.
just it's so baffling what TV has become. It's not about what you can't turn on TV and expect to get what you were supposed to get. It's kind of like MTV. It used to be you turn on MTV, you're probably going to get a music video.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Remember the NFL? You turn on the NFL, you're probably going to get a football game.
Yeah.
You might get because I remember NFL Network used to be NFL Replay, NFL Replay, NFL Replay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get that anymore. Everybody has a show on NFL Network.
I can remember when NFL Network was brand new and they did like this little mini tournament with the best teams of each decade. Like it was like the 70s Steelers versus like the 80s Niners, and it was like the 90s Cowboys. And they just had a little mini tournament where they all played against each other. I don't remember who won, but that was more interesting than Good Morning Football.
Yes,
is my point.
I want to watch football. I want to if I'm not getting the season's over, I want to turn on I want to turn on the channel. This is probably why people don't watch NFL Network anymore. But it's because you turn on the channel, channel that I remember I used to wake up in the morning, type in those 3 numbers into my cable box.
122, or was it 124? What?
It was 124.
Yeah.
I remember waking up, hitting those 3 digits, watching NFL Network. I used to do that every day, and then it became something else, and then I never watched it anymore. I was on other things. I don't know. I think I started.
One of the things I miss growing up, actually watching games on NFL Network. They still show some, but not like they used to. They got a lot of filler crap. And letting SportsCenter run all night on GB. And just fall asleep with SportsCenter on. I used to do that most every night. Fall asleep with SportsCenter on. Those were the good days. Now I haven't watched SportsCenter in probably about 10 years.
I forgot SportsCenter, I guess. I don't even know. I don't even know what happens anymore. So I don't even watch the stuff anymore.
The only thing I watched for the most part over the past few years on ESPN was sports, obviously, and Pardon the Interruption. Because I'll ride for those 2 old dudes any day.
Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't watch ESPN. I don't watch NFL Network unless there's something actually on that's about football.
It's so crazy because it's like we know what we grew up with. We know what we tune into. We know what we grew up tuning into. And it's like we can't get that anymore because there are gimmicks. It's like all these gimmicks, all these all this new stuff, and it's like what do we why do we log on? Why do you pay for certain things when you don't get it anymore? And now we have these new shows. It makes you not want to tune into those channels, is because it's like it's literally you go out and get a calendar. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna turn on NFL Network on this day because this is on, like the NFL Combine. That is one thing I love about NFL Network, because I can watch the Combine. I remember when I was back in the Army before, I might have been the NFL Network might have been out, but it was just like
it was out.
I didn't have that ability to see the Combine. And I actually remember I was in Indianapolis when the Combine was going on, and I was just like, I can't go see the Combine. I wish I had it. NFL Network, boom, right there. I could do it. So I feel like, and it's so crazy because when you have a platform like the NFL Network does, and then everything is on your social medias right now, give everybody the ability to watch football. If I turn on the NFL Network, all I want to watch is football. I want to watch NFL. When you start bringing celebrities on this show, and I get it. Celebrities like football too. But guess what? I don't care about them. Right. I care about football. If you're going to bring anybody on your show to talk about football, I don't want to see Snoop Dogg. No. Right? Put Joe Burrow on your show, or give me Carson Tune on your show.
Yeah, seriously, give me Joe Burrow's backup even. I don't care. Just give us somebody who's actually involved in the game.
Yeah,
don't give
because
us Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah,
Like no one cares what he says about football.
Cool.
Yeah, I like Texas football.
Yeah, all right. All right.
I talk this way because I'm slow.
It's just like, what are we doing? So,
what are we doing, America?
yeah.
What are we doing? We ain't covered one game yet, and we like 25 minutes in.
Listen, I thought about it. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I wasn't gonna ruin a good thing.
20 minutes. Yeah, I mean, shit. I was riding with it. I ain't mind. I ain't complaining.
All right, so let's get into it.
Woo,
the first
y'all
matchup.
Talk some football.
Football. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got tomorrow's game, the Thursday night game.
Yeah, there. Tonight's game. Oh man, I keep thinking it's Thursday.
Listen, you had me excited for a second. Don't do that to me.
Me too. I've still got another day to make fantasy teams.
Detroit will be playing the Chiefs at home. Well, in Kansas City.
In Arrowhead, yeah.
And what I just found out that the tickets at Arrowhead for this home opener, you can get tickets as low as $123.
You going? I ain't going.
No.
I don't even know where Kansas City is.
Yeah, I don't know if it's in Kansas or Missouri.
Right.
I think it's in Missouri.
Either. I bet they both racist as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, the line on that one, you got Kansas City as a 4.5 point favorite, expecting about 53 points.
Damn. So I got Kansas City winning.
Right.
I feel like Kansas City is going to do what Kansas City does, even without Jason Kelce. I think this is going to be a good opportunity for Noah Gray. With Kelce not playing, it's a good opportunity for Noah Gray to show what he's capable of. Because you don't get, and this is the thing, when your star tight end goes down and you're the backup tight end, you got every opportunity to show your mettle. Because Kansas, we already know that in the game plan, Kelce was going to get his throws.
Oh yeah,
Kelce's going to get at least 10 targets.
Number one receiver.
Yeah, Kelce's going to get 10 targets. So if you're Noah Gray, you need to be that guy that can be like, hey, I know your plan was to throw the ball 10 times to Kelce, but now that he's hurt, y'all thinking about changing the game plan. No, you don't got to do that. Exactly. I can do this. Give me those targets. This is your opportunity. Noah Gray, I'm telling you this right now. Don't fuck this up. Because if you come out there and you snag 7 catches for 130 yards, which is for a tight end routes are between 5 to 10 yards. They don't really throw short passes to tight ends, and then you get a lot of yards after catch. You can get your 100 yards. You gonna turn heads. You have one good game. When Kelce's out, you turn heads immediately. So I also see Kansas City putting up 40 points.
Sounds like typical Kansas City.
Yeah, I don't see Detroit coming out there showing their mettle. I don't see that Detroit even has mettle.
I have the exact opposite take.
You think it's going to be you think it's going to be high scoring?
Detroit winning this game.
Ooh.
I got Detroit running all over Kansas City tomorrow.
Really?
Like, who's going to stop them? Who's going to stop Gibbs and what's his face? I can't recall off the top of my head. Montgomery? Anyway,
the running back?
It is. Yeah. Who's going to stop them? Who's going to stop that? It ain't going to be Chris Jones because Chris Jones ain't going to be in the stadium. So who they got on that defense that is going to contain that running game? That running game we haven't even really seen yet, but we just know it's going to be pretty solid.
But my thing is, it's not so much the running game that is going to win it, because I don't think the running game is going to win it. Because it's not like they gotta break, like, score on big runs every play.
Yeah.
I feel like Goff is not going to hold up to his end of the bargain. I feel like Goff is going to struggle.
He's just got to do enough. He's got the weapons.
And I feel like
he got all the weapons. I mean, his receiving core is nice. They got speed. They got size. They got whatever you need out there.
But I feel like he won't do enough.
Detroit going to surprise people. I got Detroit winning the division personally.
Listen, I would love to see that. I'll say that right now. I would love to see Dan Campbell come out here, because he's I don't know. Like, people don't give this man enough credit. He's a coach. He's one of those different coaches. He kind of gives me Nick Sirianni vibes. Dan Campbell and Nick
I
Sirianni are
played for Dan
two.
Campbell, but Dan
Yes, Nick Sirianni and Dan Campbell. They are supportive to their teammates, supportive to their coaches. Like, I've never, like, you get a guy out there that's like, hey, this guy's going to be a head coach one day. You don't see that. You don't hear that a lot from big coaches. I've never seen Bill Belichick come out there and say, this guy's going to be a head coach one day.
This guy's going to be a head coach one day. He's really
So,
for
I want to, so yeah, that would be nice. It would be nice. I would love to see Kansas City lose to Detroit. That'll fuck up their whole year.
Kansas
That'll
City
blow
losing
their whole,
to Detroit at Arrowhead. Detroit goes in there and makes a statement tomorrow.
blows the whole year.
I'm going to say 33-30.
Speaking of line, I got to make sure I get my Fox Bet Sports in. Got to get my Fox Sports bet in. My pick 6. I wish it was a promo. It's not a promo because they ain't paying me. I'm just trying to win 100,000 of Howie's money. This ain't a promo, ladies and gentlemen, but I want you guys to go out there, get your bets in, so you can win. You can get a chance at winning $100,000 of Howie's money.
And I'm Terry Bradshaw. Duh.
Or it's Terry's money, not Howie's money. Fuck it. Howie Long's money too. I don't care. I'll take all your money. Jim Brown, I'll take your money too. All y'all. Whoever's on that show, put some money in.
Oh, that's Jim Brown. I forgot they had a James Brown on it. Forgot they had a James.
Yeah.
Good God, I want to kiss myself.
So, Boulevard has Detroit winning. I have Kansas City winning.
Absolutely.
Let's move on to a weird game. Carolina versus Atlanta. Yeah, this game is such a ick. And I was just saying to myself, like, this is like probably the worst. This is like this. If this was WWE, this is the match that you play. This one, it's
this
like
shit is NXT.
It's like not on the. This is WWE Superstars. Like, it's on that. It's not aired there. Yeah, this is a dark match. Like, no one's watching this unless you're there. No one's watching it unless you're there.
Yeah, if I'm a Panthers fan, I already done gave up on this season. I'm already looking forward to next year.
This is gonna sound bad. I gave up. I would have given up on them when they drafted Bryce Young. And here's my thing. Not because I don't think Bryce Young is good. I think he is too damn small.
Yeah.
I feel like the Carolina offensive line is such a liability. You don't do that with a guy that's small. He's going to get hurt. You see what happened to Tua, and then you got a guy that doesn't have any body mass. That's what happens
to a small quarterback. See, they always get hurt.
Yeah, and I just...
It's not necessarily a matter of being a mobile one. It's just a matter of you can't take the wear and tear of multiple grown men pounding on your body throughout a football game.
And I keep seeing things where they're saying, like, Bryce Young is 5'10", 190, and I'm like, bullshit. That's because
a running back. That's a small running back. So
because I'm 5'9", I'm 5'9", what am I? 5'9", 175. And me and Bryce Young, I can look at Bryce Young and tell you that me and him are closer to the same size. There is no way no way in hell that man is 5'10", 190. Don't sit right there and bullshit me.
Right.
Yeah.
The only sure thing with Carolina to me is Frank Reich as the coach.
Yep.
I mean, there's and Wilkes on the defense. I don't really know because he hasn't really shown to be all that good. Steve Wilkes. So my hope is not very high for Carolina this season, like 0-16. So obviously, I'm going with Atlanta. Again, that spread is only 39 points. So that's all they're expecting is 39 on the line between these two teams.
So even though, all right, so I say what I say about Carolina. However, because I don't see much from Carolina, I also don't see much from Atlanta. I feel like they can run the ball. I think they can run the hell out of the ball. But I'm not confident in their quarterback situation. I've been saying this for a while. I think the best thing about the Ritter family is Michaela. Wait, no, I'm sorry. The best thing about Atlanta isn't Desmond Ritter, and even you have Drake London. I think the best thing about the London family is Michaela London, Drake London's sister, because I do not see them putting up very many numbers. I do not see them being very impressive.
London.
I don't see them being very productive outside of running the ball.
Michaela Ritter?
Michaela Ritter.
Okay. I don't know who I'm looking for then.
It's Michaela London, Drake London's sister. I mean, she's basically the same thing as, is it Mark Hunt, the owner of the Chiefs? His daughter. She basically does the same thing. She's basically the female Jackson Holmes minus the aggravated assault and sexual harassment.
So she's fucking obnoxious.
She is very obnoxious.
Even though she's not the one who did anything.
Yeah, she's very obnoxious, but not obnoxious. It's like,
yeah, they look like private schoolers. Fuck them.
Yeah, so I just don't see much from Atlanta. I feel like Desmond Ritter, whatever his name is, I feel like he's not going to impress me. I don't see that he has it. And I have no faith in Arthur Smith either, so.
But the offense wasn't the problem last season. It was the defense. The offense was okay when Ritter finally played. They were okay. They weren't like top 15. Actually, I do think they were like top 10 when Ritter played. They were like a top 10 offense.
Well,
but I mean, Pitts has been underwhelming. Allgeier had a 1,000-yard season, and there's a lot to work with there, especially since they just added Behan.
I think that everywhere else there's
the line
potential.
Might be trash. The defense probably trash, but that those weapons are solid. There's something there. If Ritter's any good, there's something.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I hope that I'm wrong, because Carolina doesn't have pieces. I got Carolina to win this, but I feel as though Atlanta could win it. It doesn't matter either way who wins, because I'm not rooting for either team.
Right.
But
3.5 spread. I got Atlanta winning by 10.
Well, we'll see.
About 31 to 9 or so, something like
that. Because I do think that Atlanta does have a better receiving core than Carolina. Shit, I can't get the words out. But we'll see. Let's see what happens. I'm excited.
And all right. And tight end. I mean, Sanders is okay, but he didn't come into the NFL with half the hype that Behan did.
Yeah, Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, his name's Behan to me now. I don't care.
That's fine with me. All right, Cincinnati, Cleveland.
Ohio. Somebody's got to win Ohio. Somebody's got to win it.
I think it's obvious Cincinnati wins this.
Mm-hmm.
And for obvious reasons. I feel like Deshaun Watson doesn't have anybody to throw to.
He's got Amari, if Amari's got anything left.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think he has anything left. I feel like he hasn't been himself. I feel like when he was traded or let go from Dallas, I feel like he lost himself. Like, I don't think like he's passionate about playing in Cleveland. I mean, I don't think anybody's passionate. Yeah, I don't think anybody's passionate about playing in Cleveland. And I just feel like Deshaun Watson's not himself. He's not able to be himself. I don't think he's in a position. And honestly, I blame Kevin Stefanski because he was supposed to be that hotshot coach, and he hasn't done anything with it. Maybe it's your GM.
Now you got somebody who at one point was like a top 8 quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
Let's see what he got left. Let's see what Nick Chubb's got left.
What it is?
I'll Chubb like 4 times this weekend. So,
and the crazy thing is, Cleveland has the weapons, and that is why I blame Stefanski.
Yeah.
Because there is no reason. You got Elijah Moore.
Mm-hmm.
If Cleveland is at the bottom of their division, Kevin Stefanski has to be fired. Without question.
Yeah, I'm sure he's on that list that we're going to be discussing
Yeah.
in a further future episode.
So I got Cincinnati winning this. What about you?
Same.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's a 40. Like the line is 47 points, and Cincinnati's a 2.5 favorite. But I could honestly see Cincinnati scoring 47-50 on their own. So in Cleveland, whatever is in Cleveland, I mean, I know there are pieces, but are there though? Or is it just going to be the Nick Chubb show? Is Watson going to really contribute anything with his arm? I'm sure his legs are still intact, but with his arm, is he going to be able to contribute? Because we haven't really seen it. We didn't see what he played last season.
No.
So that's really what it comes down to, is what is Deshaun Watson at this point. If he's anything like he was in Houston before all the happy endings, then there might be something there. But if he's all pent up and, can't get release his stress because he can't get.
Because he's been banned by.
Yeah, like nobody wants to touch him. Then,
except for me and Khalifa.
Right. She a skank ass. Bragging about being divorced twice. Because nobody wants you more than a minute.
Damn.
But yeah, Cleveland loses. Cleveland goes like at worst 3-14, at best 7-10 this season.
Ooh.
They're definitely fourth place in the division.
That opens up another conversation. We're going to get into that. All right. Next matchup I got is Jacksonville, Indiana. Ooh.
Uncle Likey.
I like Jacksonville this game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Too early in the season for an upset.
Calvin really goes oomph.
I hope so. He's another one of them players I picked up a lot this weekend.
Calvin really goes off on this Indianapolis defense. They have nobody to guard anybody.
Even other corners.
It's not Gilmore, and it's not Rodgers.
No, it's
Rodgers is an Eagle now. For what? For what? We'll talk about that.
Yeah. He's in a better place.
He's not even playing. He's just sitting there. But yeah.
Hey, we need those too.
Jacksonville wins this by a long shot. I feel like, and here's my thing. I feel like AR is gonna struggle.
He is. I mean, he's going to struggle. Came in with accuracy issues. They named him a starter because they don't really have anyone else to start. Yeah. So, I mean, let's
2 interceptions.
No. Taylor's not going to be around.
Nope.
Was that receiver Pittman? Pittman never.
And they cut the guy that was supposed to replace Trey.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, Indy's not going to be good this year. Nope. Richardson, we'll see his growth in real time. Like, we'll see him form into whatever he becomes, which hopefully is a good quarterback. I'm really rooting for football. I really want to see Boyd Shelton.
Yeah, I want to see him succeed too.
Yeah. But he's got a coach that can get him there.
But one thing I think that Steichen is probably going to try to do, and I don't think he should, I think Steichen's going to try to run the same offense he ran in Philadelphia because Richardson and Hurts are so similar. However, I think that would be a mistake.
Well, they're similar as far as they both can run an RPO, but
yeah, but I feel like it's a big mistake if they try to do that because they're very like Jalen and Anthony are so similar, but they're so different. Yeah. I think they gotta he's gotta go out there, be smart, and design a completely different offense.
Oh yeah, I see
for AR.
I see Richardson mostly like 90% playing out of shotgun.
Yes.
Because like so he can scan the field quicker, get the ball out quicker, they can move the ball faster. There'd probably be a lot of check downs. It's going to be a lot of bad throws, a lot of underthrows and overthrows, and yeah. But it's the growth with Richardson.
Yeah.
He ain't winning this week. They're not going to have a very successful season.
No.
Even if Taylor comes back and Taylor shines, it's like 120 a game. They're still not going to win those games. They're just not. They're not good.
And
So,
I feel like expecting Indianapolis to do much this year. You got a first-year quarterback and a first-year coach.
Mm-hmm.
Expecting them to do much right now is crazy. I expect them to make some progression, but I don't expect them to go to the playoffs this year. No.
And you know why I think they're bad? Like most of all, the cokehead running the damn team.
Yeah.
Like that damn junkie dude up top that looked like everybody's creepy uncle.
Yeah, we got drug test owners. Can we drug test owners? Are we allowed to do that?
No, they don't. Most of them would be showing just a lot of old people medications.
My allergies are kicking my ass right now.
I can only imagine what Jerry Jones is on.
Oh my god. Huh. All right.
Yeah. So screw
next.
Them. Yeah. Next.
Let's go with the Baker Mayfield versus Kirk Cousins. Tampa Bay versus Minnesota.
Oh yeah, because this is a game.
Obviously, Minnesota wins.
Mm-hmm.
We get to find out
6-point favorite. By the way,
I want to find out if we get to see, because right now my eyes, I don't care about Tampa Bay. I already know Minnesota wins this game.
Mm-hmm.
I already know Baker Mayfield's going to play horrible. I already know that Tampa Bay does absolutely nothing. Baker Mayfield throws 2 interceptions.
Actually, I already know. These are his best receivers Baker Mayfield's had. As crazy as that is, this team's projected for like first pick.
Yes, but if
best receivers he's had in his career.
Yeah, but my thing is, my thing is about that is I feel like well, even in training camp, we saw in training camp, he was overthrowing everybody.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you overthrow Mike Evans.
Mike Evans is big as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know how you, and not like you threw the ball too far and he couldn't catch up to it. It was like the ball just went over his head. Like he threw a slant or post and the ball just went over his head. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that.
Set your damn feet. That's how you don't do that. Set your damn feet before you throw it.
So
it at that point.
So what I'm looking at is what the storyline that's got my attention in this game is that running back that's supposed to be what the reason why they were confident in letting Dalvin Cook go. Really, I want to see if this running back is Madison, I think his name.
Yeah, Alex Madison.
I want to see if he is actually that good. That's where my attention is going to be. I want to see how he does. That's where the first 4 games. I want to see how he produces. And then you want to go over in New York and see how he produces in New York. And we'll see who made the mistake, where the mistake was.
I do want to see this new Minnesota offense. It's like there's a lot, because what's his name's going to Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure they changed tight ends. Like, didn't they just pick up a tight end? Is it Hockenson? Did they get Hockenson? Yeah.
They got Hockenson.
I want to see this new offense.
I do too.
Mediocre as Kirk Cousins actually be more than mediocre for once.
Yeah.
I want to see on Tampa Bay side. I want to see this rookie running back, Rachaad White, or whatever his name is, second year maybe. But yeah,
second year.
I've heard there's a lot of people talking about this guy. I don't care what Baker Mayfield does. I don't feel like we've seen his best though, but I know he's going to be around for another 10 years as a backup.
Oh, for sure.
That's his future. He's going to be a career backup. But Minnesota's a 6-point favorite, and that sounds a little underselling it. This is going to be a blowout.
Yeah, absolutely. Cousins gets 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns.
Baker Mayfield gets his numbers though. He'll get his numbers. He'll get his numbers most games, but they're going to be in a losing effort, playing from behind.
Yeah, a lot of his yards are going to come in dumpster time.
Mm-hmm.
But we got Minnesota winning. All right, here's another game with both have mediocre quarterbacks. We're going to go right back into more mediocre quarterbacks. There's a lot of that in the NFL. Tennessee, New Orleans.
Derek Carr is not mediocre. He's slightly above average. He's like there's average.
I mean, he's better than. I'll say he's better than Kirk Cousins, but
yeah, there's Kirk Cousins, and then he's above Kirk Cousins exactly.
Kirk
Cousins is the benchmark for average.
Okay,
I like Derek.
I
don't mind Derek Carr.
I don't dislike Derek Carr, but he's a Carr.
Yeah, but that wasn't David Carr's fault. They didn't give him any chance to throw the ball for like 2 years. He didn't have a single chance to throw the ball because he was on the ground.
Yeah, that's
As soon as
true.
he got the snap, they were on his ass.
Well, let's see.
He ruined that man's career, and they called him a bust. No, that GM was a bust in Houston.
Yeah.
They did David Carr dirty.
I think Derek Carr is going to do very well in New Orleans. This is why I got New Orleans to win. I think Mike Vrabel probably on his last year in Tennessee.
Yeah. I hope so, because he needs to be somewhere else.
And not that I don't think he's a bad coach. I just think
he needs to
there comes a time when it's time to just leave that team. Like, just get away. Just go find another opportunity.
Yeah. There's no need for him to keep coaching Tennessee. They're not going anywhere. It's time to move on.
Yeah.
They're not going to get better. They're not going to get worse. They're going to keep riding with Derrick Henry.
And they have the worst quarterback situation I've ever seen. And the crazy thing is, I think the best quarterback on the team is their backup.
Malik Willis?
Yes, I think Malik Willis is the best quarterback on the team. Because I remember there was like a flash last season where Malik Willis came in and he was started. Phenomenal. His first half was phenomenal. He just choked up in the second half, but his first half was phenomenal. I just love seeing him move. And I feel as though his best he's not going to get his shine until he gets in a situation where there's a coach that trusts him. And it's like, hey, listen, because honestly, you come into a situation where your coach, the quarterback in front of you is just not willing to teach you anything, doesn't want to mentor you. That's a problem because you got a guy like Aaron Rodgers who knows he's a damn star. Like, I can't, and it's crazy as much as we'll talk shit about Aaron Rodgers knows he's the shit, but he's still willing to mentor a guy.
Well, it's like that's your job once you become like the old grade player.
And then you look at Ryan Tannehill, like Ryan Tannehill, you're shit. You're garbage. You're
and that's
dookie.
Why you won't help.
And you don't want to help a guy. You don't want to try to help a guy become better. You're not You're not for the team. You can go kiss my
spider hanging over the fire. He can't help because he can't help himself.
Yeah,
he's trying to survive as the quarterback of the Titans.
So I got New Orleans winning.
Let me see. Let's look around the league. Yeah, let's see. Even if I was in Oakland, I'd be trying to get ball from Tennessee, Malik Willis. If I was in New England, I'd be trying to get ball from Tennessee.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Some of these teams need to get on the phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know. This will probably be the last time we see this version of this team this season. For this season to be the last time. Gotta hope. It's time for Derrick Henry to go ride his big ass off into the sunset. He can't possibly have much left. He's got like 1,500 carries in the last 5 years or so.
Right.
He can't have much left. There ain't no more tread. He's old. He's big.
Yeah.
These are going to go.
All right, next game, San Francisco versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is I feel like Pittsburgh is about to completely wipe the floor with San Fran.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Because and here's my thing. I feel like Brock Purdy Brock Purdy experienced in the NFC Championship game was something that he didn't experience the entire time he came in. He didn't experience that anywhere else. So I feel like that right there was like his welcome to the NFL moment. And I feel like he's still going to be reeling from it. I feel like he's going to take the field. He's going to make mistakes throwing the ball early in the game. And Pittsburgh is going to do the same thing that Philadelphia do. They're going to try to rush the quarterback. And they're going to get there, and Brock Purdy's going to make mistakes. And I feel like, and I saw something recently, made me laugh because they tried to say that Deebo Samuel was probably the best receiver in the league. And then it said it was a stat. It said Deebo Samuel only played this many games and still was the leading rusher among wide receivers. And it made me think to myself, like, he's a wide receiver. He's not a running back. So if he's leading, why are you playing? He's playing a position that's not his. So he's shit at a position that's not his.
That would not make you the best wide receiver in the league.
Right. So
out of the backfield.
I feel like if that's the way you guys are going to play it. But
What's your catch
understand.
percentage above expectation? How wide is your catch radius? How open do you get? Can you run the
Right.
full route tree? There were so many things that go into that before. He can run it out of the backfield. So can Devontae Smith. So can John Ross. You know
Right.
what? They were fast. So what? That doesn't mean anything. And Debo
Mm-hmm.
don't even want to do that. So
And
what does that even matter that he did it?
right. And I feel like if you want to do that with Debo, do it. I don't care. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: that's not going to win games for you, and that's not going to win the game against Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh is going to do something.
Right.
They've got a receiver that will completely fucking embarrass you.
Mm-hmm.
George Pickens is probably going to be one of the top 10 receivers, if not this year, next year. He is going to be
if you drafted Pickens, you're going to be proud of yourself come playoff time.
Yes.
Oh boy,
that guy.
Proud of that one.
And it's just the way he catches the ball, the way he goes about catching the ball. It's just full confidence. I'm going to catch it. It's just like he catches passes that shouldn't be caught.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching this dude lay out for the ball. It's like that ball's already 2 yards out of bounds, but the dude is still catching it. Like he made bad throws by Kenny Pickett look like great throws, and that is something that it gives your quarterback confidence. And he has that catch radius that's just like, because he's willing to still be able to catch the ball laying on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
He's that great of a receiver. So,
yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the reason why that is the reason Pittsburgh completely wipes the floor with San Fran.
It's like I said,
this Sunday.
Pickett's getting 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns this season. Pittsburgh's about to shock the world. But not in this game. Not in this game. No.
You don't think so? You got San Fran winning?
I got San Fran winning by like 3. It's a 41-point line, so it could be about 21-20. It's going to be a close one.
I feel like Purdy's not going to be able to get the ball out of his. I don't feel like he's going to struggle. I feel like he's going to still really.
It comes down to those running backs again. If Pittsburgh can use big ass Najee to control the clock, then Pittsburgh will win the game.
Yeah.
If the defense, San Fran's defense, can stop that, then they'll have enough to contain them, because they'll just have enough to contain them. They'll have the weapons to get at. They have the line to get at Pickett. So, I got San Fran winning by 21-20.
Okay. So, in this next game, it's the battle of the worst teams in the NFL.
Ugh.
I think this is maybe even worse. It's Arizona versus the Washington Commodores, Camel Toes. I don't know.
The Washington Camel Toes.
Arizona right now. Arizona is basically trying to become the worst team in the NFL. They're fighting to become the worst team in the NFL. Washington might be the worst team in the NFL, but they're like the worst team in the NFL in denial. So, but I got Washington winning because I feel like Sam Howell is going to be like, listen, I didn't know we were supposed to suck. I'm going to come out here and throw the ball like I've been in the league for a while. He's going to come out there and be like, I'm sorry, I didn't know we were supposed to suck today. I feel like he's going to come out there and torch the shit out of Arizona. And I feel like Arizona is going to tank this year, and they're going to suck at tanking because they're going to fail to become – they're not going to get the first pick. And they're going to suck.
They don't deserve
on purpose.
the first pick because they're so bad. They don't deserve the first pick. They deserve to get like third best.
Actually, what I think is going to happen, they're going to get their first round pick. They're going to get Arizona can get the number 1 pick, right? And then they're going to have to forward it. They're going to have to forward it to Philadelphia because they were tankling. That's what
Arizona's done screwed up so much picking first. They don't deserve it. They just don't deserve to get the right to pick first. So, I mean, you had Josh Rosen, you had Kyler. Now, if you drafted 2 quarterbacks in recent memory that high, and neither one has panned out for you, that you're trying to tank, you don't deserve it. Because you don't deserve to waste another player's prime. You're like Detroit was in like 2003, 2010. You don't deserve another star. Because you fucked up 2 careers already. 2 prime players. And that's what they've done in Arizona. They wasted Kyler's prime, whatever skill he actually had. The boy's more concerned with playing games now than he is actually playing games that he gets paid for. Because y'all done failed that man so hard, y'all never put the discipline on him. You never held him accountable. That's why you have the team you have now. And you made him so much money, he's untradeable. So Arizona deserves to go 0-16 and get the 10th pick. That's what Arizona deserves.
They deserve to go 0-16 and get the 32nd pick.
Yes. They don't deserve to pick high. They failed so hard at building this team that they should just be banned from this year's draft. With that said, I got Washington stomping Arizona. I can't think of a reason under God's earth to pick Arizona in this game. There isn't a single reason. Kyler Murray's not even playing, and that's all they had on offense. I don't even know what they have on defense because I can't think of a single player on the defense. Is Chandler Jones still there? Because he was old as dirt. I don't know. There's nothing in Arizona. Just like Arizona, there's nothing there. Nothing.
And the funniest thing, I'm going to say this about Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Washington is supposed to be shitty this year. They're supposed to suck this year. I don't think they're going to get that memo, though. I don't think
Washington
that memo
is not going to suck this year. They're only going to finish 4th because they're in the NFC East.
Yeah, that's
Washington
my thing.
would win the NFC North this season. They would probably win the NFC South.
Because everybody probably has in their mind that Washington's going to be ass. And my thing is, I feel like the memo was sent out to everybody else in the league. But Washington is like, we didn't get that memo. We didn't know we were supposed to be garbage. Because they already counted Sam Howell out. Not me.
And we ain't even seen Sam Howell yet. So how we counting him out? We don't know yet. We don't know. They
counted 50 Cent out. They already counted 50 Cent out. They think the gunshot's going to be a problem.
It wasn't last year. They got a decent running game.
They got decent receivers.
They got decent receivers.
Mm-hmm.
They got a decent D-line. They have a decent defense. They have a defensive coach. They have Eric Bieniemy. That team's going to make some noise. Like, come on. Don't sleep on the Commanders. Not this season.
The only reason why they finished 4th is because they're playing against. They had those teams in the division.
Mm-hmm.
Washington forgets. They fail at being the worst. They're going to end up with the 20th pick only because the other 3 teams make it to the playoffs.
They're just going to be sitting there like they're going to be like 8 and 9 at the end of the season, just sitting right there, and all them losses going to be division. I mean, that's how it's going to come down. They're going to fight their ass off and just come up short. But it's going to be a good ride. I'm telling you, that's going to be a good sneaky team to watch.
Yes. All right. Houston, Baltimore.
Can we just call this one a blowout?
Yes.
Because the line is Baltimore by 10. That's the highest I've seen so far. For
I think CJ Stroud's going to be on his back again.
Was 7. Yeah.
It's just the way Houston is. You're gonna end up with your quarterback's gonna he's gonna end up on his back. So in Baltimore is Baltimore. That's what they do. They
Baltimore got the new offense. Monken likes to spread it out. Their OC, he likes to run. He likes to spread the field. They got a bunch of receivers.
Scary when you have a quarterback like Lamar Jackson.
Yes,
because if you spread out a defense and your quarterback is the one, then not only he's got a strong enough arm to fit it in tight spots, get the ball out quick, he can also run it. And his takeoff speed is different. Lamar Jackson's takeoff speed is different. He can be standing here 1 minute and take off. Not many quarterbacks can do that. And Lamar Jackson, Monken is intelligent. Yes.
Got weapons.
Now, he's not going to throw for 6,000 yards.
Hell no.
Not going to throw for 6,000 yards. I got him rushing for 1,000 easily. He easily rushes for 1,000 yards, especially in a spread out offense. Because you can't stop Lamar Jackson in a spread out offense. Man. You can't stop him in a spread out offense.
No, you can't.
There's no stopping him because he's just going to be like, Ah, ha, ha, ha. I can run it or I can throw it. You guess what you want to do. I bet you if you fuck up, you make the wrong decision, one of these receivers is going to beat you deep.
Running RPOs out that spread offense. Good Lord. Oh, yeah. Lamar Jackson going to have a hell of a season.
Yeah, Baltimore wins the division.
He might be in contention for MVP by the end of the season.
They win the division. They win their division easily. Definitely. 13 and 4. Baltimore Ravens.
Damn, so you got them like sweeping a lot of sweeping teams.
Well, that's because I don't see Kansas City being the same team they were last year.
But last season, Cincinnati went 10-4, 12-4. Baltimore went 10-7. I feel like they're missing a game in Cincinnati. Oh, something did happen. Yeah,
DeMar.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and Baltimore finished 10-7. Pittsburgh finished 9th and 8th, and Cleveland finished 7-10. I say you can take a couple wins off Cleveland and put them on Pittsburgh. That's how that season's going to play out.
So, next game, Green Bay, Chicago, and at Chicago. Chicago.
Yeah, this is the Justin Fields show.
Yep.
He's going to come out and show everybody what he learned this year in the offseason.
You know what?
Throwing it to DJ Moore and Cole Kmet all game.
You know what really hurts? Because I really felt like Jordan Love, this was like Jordan Love's moment to really shine. And he basically came out and was like, I'm not that guy, guys. Sorry.
He's not.
He's just like, I'm not that guy. I paid no attention to Aaron these past few years. Sorry. That's basically what he showed. That's what he showed in the preseason, what he showed in training camp. It's like, I didn't pay Aaron any attention. Like, that's what he showed me. And so I got Chicago. I got fucking Fields. Like, he's going to become, like, man. And his line's getting better, too. Oh, yeah.
I feel like Chicago wins this game, and I don't know what to
they sweep
make
Green
Bay. I don't know what to make of that team. I don't know. Like, the running backs are supposed to be decent. The receivers, I haven't seen anything from these people. They have a receiver.
Nope.
Or tight end, for that matter. I don't really know how great the line is. I guess they're okay, but I mean, there's just something about the Packers in general that doesn't lead to winning. They had a winning QB, but they don't have a winning system. They don't have a winning culture. Even though they have Brett Favre, who was a dickhead, and Aaron Rodgers, who was a dickhead in their locker room the past 20 years, they don't really foster winning. Nobody resigns in Green Bay. Free agents don't go to Green Bay. If that team was known for winning, they wouldn't have the issues at receiver that they had. But they've been relying on quarterback play. Quarterback play.
Quarterback play, yeah.
For the last couple decades. But just the quarterback. Not giving him options, not giving him running backs. They've barely given the guy weapons. They've barely ever had a quality defense. But they had strong quarterback play. If Brett Favre had never been traded there, that team would have stayed at the bottom. They would have been what Detroit was. Like, that's where they're headed. This is the point. That's where they're going. They're finally going to be what they're supposed to be.
I think
the worst team in the league.
Yeah. I think the problem in Green Bay is something that probably doesn't get talked about a lot, is Green Bay doesn't have an owner.
Exactly.
And that's a problem for a lot of reasons, because it's like with any business. You want to be able to go and complain, or you want to be able to sell somebody, but like Murphy doesn't know who, like Murphy being the senior most member and you're not even the owner, like you don't even know who you're supposed to complain to.
Right.
It's a problem.
And like, he hasn't proven anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as far as I can see, that's another person whose job should be up on the line right at this point.
Absolutely.
He hasn't done anything. They've been relying on a quarterback. They've been letting their quarterbacks age out. They haven't really done a decent job at replacing them. They gave one? Like they got Rodgers in after Favre. And then what? They let him age out. They let him get beat up, get broken down. And they replace him with garbage.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't bring in any decent receivers. They just kept running back to the same old receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay's not going to be very good. Green Bay's going to win like 5 games this year. And it won't be one of these.
Mm-hmm.
It won't even be a close game. The line's a point. It won't even be a close game. Justin Fields goes for 150 on the ground.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Pit-a-pat, pit-a-pat, pit-a-pat.
He's going to run all over Green Bay. And they're not so defensive defense. Green Bay sucks. It's the bottom line. Green Bay sucks. If you have players from Green Bay, your team's going to lose.
All right. So, next game, I got Las Vegas, Denver.
The Raiders. No, I got the Broncos winning.
Yeah, I do too. I got Sean Payton complete out coaching Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, Josh McDaniels ain't a good coach.
Yeah, I got him complete. Josh McDaniels is a complete buffoon.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell thought it was a good idea to bring Garoppolo in? The guy, it's just buffoonery. You're going to lose, and this is what gets you fired. Somebody gets fired this year because you have so many different options, and you choose to bring in a guy who wasn't even an option at his own team, and you bring him in. That is just 100% pure. I'm going to be a shit coach. I'm going to be so hell-bent on being stubborn and just being like, hey, I'm going to run my offense however the hell it wants. And even if this guy's shit, he knows my system.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what
those are losing coaches. I have all the answers, even though I've never been successful without Tom Brady. My last quarterback before Brady was Tim Tebow, and he couldn't even fucking throw.
Couldn't even fucking throw. Didn't even know how to play quarterback. Yeah. The guy didn't know how to play the quarterback position.
He drafted this motherfucker like 25. Tebow drafted like 25. Are we supposed to judge, think this guy knows football when his only success has been with the one that everybody calls the GOAT? He's a loser without him? Belichick's a loser without him? That whole fucking empire was a fraud. It really was. The whole thing was a sham. And everybody just sucking at the teat of Belichick. All of you look like fools. And this game, this season, will be the last time we have to deal with any of those Patriots losers. This dude will be gone. What's his name? Garoppolo will be gone. McDaniels will be gone. Belichick will be gone. Hopefully Belichick dumbass kids will be gone too. And the Raiders' next head coach in the 2025 season will be Eric fucking Bieniemy.
Ooh.
That's how that's going down. Denver
because he
walks them dry this game.
Yes. You know what's crazy? Bieniemy is definitely going to save Ron Rivera's job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's supposed to, because Washington's supposed to suck to where that Ron Rivera gets fired and Eric Bieniemy takes over. That's not what happens. Right. Eric Bieniemy saves Ron Rivera's job, makes Washington relevant again, then goes over and get a new head coaching job. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
And
ladies
Vegas.
and gentlemen. 100% I believe Russell Wilson goes the fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Surtain intercepts Garoppolo at least 3 times.
We get to see what this offense really can do. I mean, my prediction is Jerry Jeudy gets 120 catches this season. He takes the Mike Thomas role. He's slant boy now. That's my prediction.
Why not?
Yeah. That's the new slant boy, Jerry Jeudy. That's my prediction. It's a 3.5 point game. It's in Denver. Denver wins by a bunch. I ain't going to predict the score. I'm just say by a bunch. It ain't going to be close. Raiders goes 2-15.
My next game on the docket is the game of the week. To me, it's the game of the week because it's the only game I'm probably going to watch the whole game. Everything else will be Red Zone. I'll watch everything else via the NFL Red Zone. This game is the one I'll be paying attention.
You damn right, too. I will be watching that shit on Red Zone. I might watch the actual game. I might just watch it on my phone now.
But this game is the game I'll be paying attention to. Philadelphia, New England.
In New England at that.
In New England. And guess what? It don't matter. Philadelphia's going to wipe the floor with the Pats.
Yeah. Why am I not going to this game? I should be going to this game.
That's because it's a fucking 5-hour drive.
Yeah, I know. I don't mind that. It's Massachusetts. As long as I'm out of Vermont, I'm happy.
Tickets are as low as $205.
You know what I love about leaving Vermont? Billboards. It made me so happy to see actual billboards, to smell pollution. Also, everything else. It's a wonderful place to leave.
Philadelphia wipes the floor with New England on the ground and in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I keep hearing this about Christian Gonzalez. Do not, and put that rookie on A.J. Brown. Do not do it. Do not do that to that rookie.
No, because A.J. Brown going to have like 3 touchdowns this game.
I'm promising you, if New England does that, you will completely ruin that man's career. You will ruin everything about his mental.
So in other words, do not do it. Do it. Do it.
Because A.J. Brown is going to get 2 touchdowns. He is going to get 2 touchdowns minimum. Devontae Smith is going to get a catch because you're going to have one of the Jones brothers guard him. Doesn't matter. He's going to score. Goddard is going to catch the ball all over because I keep hearing about Jawan Bentley being one of the best middle linebackers. He's too fucking big. Why is you got a 260-pound middle linebacker?
I don't know. They still do that? What year do you think it is? Jesus.
Like, they have a 260-pound middle linebacker in Jawan Bentley. So what? Dallas Goedert's too fast. You can't guard him. Y'all don't have a good safety.
He can't be on the field full time. No.
You don't have a good enough safety to keep up with him. Nobody's going to keep up with this backfield. You don't even know who's going to get the ball. You don't even know what's going on. They're going to be playing the game with the Russian dolls where you like, it's just way too complicated. Nick Sirianni is a fucking brainiac.
Eagles D-line is going to get arrested after this game for manslaughter.
Yeah,
that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
they're going to beat Mac Jones down so hard. It's going to be like that Simpsons meme. Stop it! He's already dead. That's how that game's going to play out.
And my question is, and this question I have to ask it, is because they cut Bailey Zappi.
Yeah, I know.
And I remember when they first did the cuts, they only had one quarterback on the roster. I pray that they went out there and fixed that and signed a second quarterback because they're going to need him. They're going to need another quarterback because Jalen Carter is hungry. Nolan Smith is hungry. Jordan Davis, hungry. Nakobe Dean, hungry. Keely Ringo, hungry. You got to feed the dogs because if you don't feed the dogs are going to come out and bite on everything. The dogs are going to be in attack mode. Feed the dogs or the dogs are going to go get theirs on their own. They got the dog in them because they are dogs. Ladies and gentlemen, New England Patriots get the floor wiped. The Eagles wipe the floor with the
so
Patriots.
Their backup is Matt Corral. Good Lord. There are so many IRs on this list.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is garbage. Mac Jones, Ramonde, and Zeke. Juju, Devontae. Kendrick Bourne, Hunter Henry, Mike Gesicki. That's like a low-budget version of Hernandez and Brown.
Oh, you said Juju Smith-Schuster?
Mm-hmm.
Juju Smith-Schuster is about to meet Sidney Brown?
Looks that way.
Because Juju Smith-Schuster talked all that trash? Somebody's going to hit him in the mouth.
Good.
They're going to knock that man out of the game. Juju Smith-Schuster, he might get his catches, but guess what? You're going to be asked, sorry, guys. Sorry. Go wipe the floor with them. And then when you're done wiping the floor with them, slap the shit out of fucking Juju for me. Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead to LA.
You're going to just dance it off anyway. Like, that ain't hot. Then do that stupid dance.
Absolutely. Let's go to LA. The Los Angeles Chargers host the Miami Dolphins. Right off the bat, I'm not a Mike McDaniel fan. Don't care about the Dolphins. I feel like the Chargers, Joey Bosa is going to get one hit on Tua. Maybe the third play of the game, Tua goes out. And then we got to see whoever they decide to put back there.
Highest
LA
scoring
Chargers
game of the week.
Game.
Highest scoring game of the week. I got Miami.
The reason you got Miami, I would love to listen. Tyreek Hill deserves to get 2,000 yards because he's fucking phenomenal. There's no excuse for him not to get it. My thing is, will they keep Tua
off his back. Will they keep Tua on his feet and not on his back? That's the problem. I'm not supporting the Chargers here because I feel like I want the Chargers head coach to be fired. I feel like he's a dickhead. He's a dumbass. He should be fired. I'm not a fan of Justin Herbert. Sorry, just don't like Justin Herbert. He hasn't done anything to impress me.
No,
so
he gets numbers, but he don't get wins. So.
Yeah, so the only reason I got the Chargers winning is because I feel like Tua's not going to get healthy. But I would love to see Tua just throw that shit up, and then Tyreek Hill is just back there by his damn self. Love to see that.
Like who do they have to contain Tyreek? If they try to put a bracket on him, that's just going to leave what's his face. I mean, Waddle free to do the same thing they was getting from Tyreek. You can't put a bracket on both of them because the middle of the field, you got tight ends that are strong enough to bust your ass.
Yep.
This Dolphins offense is good, and we know it's good. We know Tyreek can get 2,000. It's feasible, at least. He wasn't that far off last season.
You know what I feel like Miami has to start doing, and this is probably the best way to keep Tua healthy. And it seemed like it shouldn't be. Tua has to get out of the pocket, run, just take off, start running.
Yeah, just bootleg, slide to the left, slide to the right. One hop.
If he's getting hit because he's sitting in the pocket, move around, just run, take off running, be a mobile quarterback. We know you can be.
And he mastered falling. So he knows how to fall without breaking himself.
Yeah, so let him just run the ball. All right. Next game.
Wait, did we even get down to detail in this one?
What detail you got?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to add, I guess. I thought I did, but no. Miami gonna win. Los Angeles ain't gonna do jack this season. They'll be the same as every season. Average and lose in the first round.
Okay. We'll stay on the West Coast. LA Rams versus Seattle at Seattle. The Rams are celebrating for themselves. They're not any good. Not confident at all in Matt Stafford anymore. I feel like Seattle's the team to beat in this game at home. Seattle wins. And another what's crazy to me is because Kenneth Murray came out and did his thing as a rookie running back, and then they went out and drafted another running back who's also a phenomenal running back. And then Boulevard. How did they manage to get a good running back to back up another good running back, and then go and get a third receiver? What's his name?
Jackson Smith and
Jigba. You managed to get a very good receiver to add to a group of good receivers, and you still have a guy like Noah Fant, and Geno Smith is coming to his own. He's confident as ever. Listen,
Seattle's problem, has never been the drafting specifically. It's just been drafting the line, and building the offensive line. If they had a strong defensive line at any point in the past 12 years, they would have been one of the top contenders that season. That's the only thing that's been holding Seattle back for a long time. They've had strong RBs. They've always had a strong quarterback, or at least a good enough quarterback. They never really let Russ cook. And the defense, the defense for a while was almost hysterically good. If they had just had a line that could keep the running backs moving forward and keep Russ upright, that was a contender. So it doesn't bother me that they got a strong-ass team now, but they still don't have a good line.
Yeah.
So it would be more of the same in Seattle. Decent defense, decent QB play. They won't let Geno go off. Great receivers, great running game. So, expect more of the same.
I actually think he might go off this game because LA doesn't have anybody to stop him. I don't see anybody stopping those receivers.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody stopping these receivers. Geno...
They've underutilized DK his whole career, though.
Yeah, I feel like Geno Smith throws for 315 and 4 touchdowns. I don't see Stafford staying upright at all this game. He doesn't have any did they bring back That running back, I forget his name. Did they bring him back or did he get hurt?
Oh shit, who is it? Kenneth
Akers,
Walker.
Cam Akers.
Cam Akers is in. Yeah, he's still in LA.
Did he get hurt? Because I haven't heard much about him.
He's always hurt.
Yeah, so I feel like Stafford doesn't stay upright. I got Seattle going off, especially in Seattle.
I want to see that Cup matchup versus whoever who's guarding them on the other side. Justin will be some tall, strong corner.
Woolen?
Okay.
What's that guy? Yeah, the tall dude. Yeah. Fucking 6'4" cornerback.
Yeah, versus
6'4", 210.
That's the matchup that matters. That's the only matchup.
That's the only matchup that matters.
Yeah. That's the whole game right there. If Cup gets his, Seattle's in danger.
Yeah.
Because when Cup's really going, he's almost unguardable. So this could be a doozy of a game. It could be an upset, but I doubt it. They're in Seattle. They do have, that is a real home field advantage. So yeah, with the line at 46, Seattle a 5-point favorite. I'm gonna go with Seattle by 10. No, Seattle by a touchdown.
All right, and the last of our Sunday games, Dallas versus Giants. And it pains me to say I have to go with Dallas on this one.
Yeah.
I hate it. I don't see them doing anything special. I just feel like the Giants beat themselves. But I feel like it's going to be a close game. I don't see Dallas blowing them out. I feel like it's going to be a close game because fucking Dak is Dak.
I see 250 on the ground between Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. I see, what's his face? Oh, what's that guy? What is his name? The end on that Michael Parsons. He gets contained. Because they're only going to keep him in one spot. He's going to be much easier to contain. You ain't got a game plan for where he goes. You can just double him up every play. And that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, you contain Michael Parsons. They can't really do much. Like exactly. You don't even have to worry about, because they might be excited because they picked up Gilmore and Diggs from Seattle. I'm not worried about that. They're going to run the ball all over you.
Yeah, in this game, that don't even matter who their corners are because their corners aren't going to be guarding trash. It's not even going to be about those receivers, Wandale and them. It's going to be about that running game, running down their throat. And them being the Cowboys, they got, one weapon, 1.5 weapons if you count Diggs is dangerous and not some dude who gets burnt all the time. Dallas is about to get smashed. Dallas is about to get run all over, and they ain't got the weapons to counter it.
Nope. And that's why I feel like Dallas only wins because they can throw the ball against a very shady New York the cornerbacks.
I got Giants winning.
You got Giants winning?
I do.
Hey, that'd be nice.
I do.
But I do think that Dallas, the hype around Mozzie Smith, because he's just way too overhyped right now. He's not Jordan Davis. There's a reason why he fell to where he fell.
What, third round? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason. They're overhyping this guy. I feel like Mozzie Davis is just like, sit down, kid.
Right, he's going to get out there and just be lost.
Yeah. So
I ain't got much hope for that defense.
More
hope for the Giants' offense and what Jones and Barkley, that combination alone on the ground is going to be a struggle for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the Cowboys, being the first ones to get a crack at it, they're going to get manhandled. They're going to get abused. They're going to get violated. They're going to sit in the shower.
I don't think Dallas knows how to. I don't think Dallas knows how to work with that. I don't know how to. They know how to beat a run. I don't know if they're
going to go sit down in the shower and cry.
Yeah,
that's how violated it's going to be.
All right, and our last game of the week, we're going to be. Oh, unfortunately, we should be in New York, but it's going to be in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Buffalo versus New York. I got Cam Newton running all over the Jets.
Cam Newton?
I mean Josh Allen. I'm sorry.
Lightly toasted Cam Newton.
Yeah. I got Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is going to do Aaron Rodgers things, but he's going to do it like less. He's not the Aaron Rodgers of old. He's going to come out there and he's going to look like he's going to do a lot of things, but it's still the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
right, that's how it's going to end up in the long run. They're still the Jets. They're still going to lose more than they win. They're still going to be at the bottom. And you could do anything. You could put a bunch of 99s on the Jets. Somehow they'll still have a losing record. So it's the Jets. They're cursed.
It's the Jets.
Yeah. They could be at home. They could be in space. They could be in France. They'll still lose. It don't even matter.
Absolutely.
But not this game. I got New York Jets beating Buffalo. I got Sauce Gardner containing Diggs. I got Josh Allen not amounting to much this game because they don't have to focus on the run game in Buffalo. The Jets just key. Sauce Gardner shuts down. The boy on the other end does his side part, shuts him down. That defense puts in the work on Monday, September 11th. May we never forget. And Buffalo takes the ass whipping to start the season.
Listen, the reason why I will never forget September 11th is because that's my wedding anniversary. So,
that's also a mutual old guy's friend that we know named Don. Oh. That's his birthday. He didn't know that, though, for the longest time.
Wow.
He thought his birthday was September 10th.
That is hilarious.
I didn't even know you could do that, though. I did not know you could forget your birthday. I wish I could forget mine.
Listen, I don't even want to celebrate mine anymore.
You celebrate no damn birthday? What, I look like a 10-year-old?
All right.
My next milestone is 50. I don't want no damn birthday party.
Shit, my next milestone is 40, and I am not with it.
Oh, you're going to get a mug that says World's Greatest Dad. I'm just going to get mugged. I'll just get mugged.
I already got a World's Greatest Dad mug.
Well, they lied.
I got the World's Greatest Farter.
If it said World's Ugliest Dad, you'd get it.
It's a Happy Farters Day because I fart a lot. The kids got it for me.
I believe you farted out. I'll live with you.
But that's week 1. Catch us next week for week 2. Why not? Yeah. This is a thing now.
Get back in here. You rascally scamp you. You know you want more of us. You know you love us. So come back for more episodes.
Yeah. And then become a member if you want to some of the Live from the Bench ASMR. We'll talk sports.
That's right. We were talking in our NPR voice.
We'll talk sports and very low tones. And you can listen to us talk. We might even do a full games play-by-play talking like this.
Right, GQ. Yes, we are.
Until next time, bench riders, take a seat on the bench.
Peace.